Of octet rule. Usually when atoms combine with other atoms as a result of bond formation, that is by the sharing of electrons between atoms or by the transfer of electrons from one atom to the other atom, they get octet configuration or 8 electrons. But there are certain limitations or exceptions. For example, in molecules like lithium chloride, beryllium hydride BeH2 and boron trichloride BCl3, it is found that the central atom has less than 8 electrons around it after bond formation. For example, if we consider BeH2, the central atom is beryllium. After bond formation, it has only 4 electrons around it, which is less than 8. So, beryllium has an incomplete octet after bond formation. Now, there are certain other examples where the central atom has more than 8 electrons around it after bond formation. For example, consider PF5 phosphorus pentafluoride. The central atom is phosphorus. After bond formation, phosphorus has 10 electrons around it, which is more than 8. So that is an example for expanded octet. Octet rule also does not account for the shape of molecules. It also does not say anything about the energy of a molecule. So these are the various limitations of octet rule. Ease of formation of an ionic bond. We know that an ionic bond is formed by the transfer of electrons from the metal atom to the non-metal atom. The metal atom should lose the required number of electrons and the non-metal atom should gain the required number of electrons. Therefore, the ease of formation of an ionic bond will depend upon two factors: the ionization enthalpy of the metal atom and the electron gain enthalpy of the non-metal atom. If a metal atom can easily lose the required number of electrons, it will be associated with lower ionization enthalpy. So, if lower the ionization enthalpy of the metal atom, greater will be the ease of formation of the ionic bond. Now consider the non-metal atom. If the non-metal atom can easily gain the required number of electrons, it will be associated with more negative or large negative electron gain enthalpy. So lower the ionization enthalpy of the metal atom and more negative the electron gain enthalpy of the non-metal atom, greater will be the ease of formation of the ionic bond. For example, consider the formation of sodium chloride, which is an ionic compound. The sum of the ionization enthalpy of sodium metal and the electron gain enthalpy of chlorine atom is found to be 147 kilojoules per mole. The positive sign shows that this much amount of energy is required. But we know that sodium chloride is a stable ionic compound. So there is another factor which decides the ease of formation of the ionic compound, and the third factor is lattice enthalpy. When sodium chloride is formed, 788 kilojoules per mole of energy is released as lattice enthalpy. Since this much amount of energy is released, sodium chloride compound will be formed. So how can you define lattice enthalpy? It can be defined in two ways. Lattice enthalpy can be defined as the energy required to completely separate 1 mole of a solid ionic compound into its constituent gaseous ions. Or it can also be defined as the energy released when 1 mole of a solid ionic compound is formed from its constituent gaseous ions. Since 788 kilojoules per mole of energy is released as lattice enthalpy in the case of sodium chloride compound will be formed easily. Bond parameters. The different bond parameters are bond length, bond angle, bond enthalpy and bond order. What is meant by bond length? It is the equilibrium distance between the nuclei of two bonded atoms in a molecule, and half the bond length gives the covalent radius. The carbon-carbon single bond length is found to be 154 picometer, whereas the carbon-carbon double bond length is 133 picometer and carbon-carbon triple bond length is 120 picometer. So from the values it is clear that the carbon-carbon triple bond is shortest if it is compared with carbon-carbon double bond length and carbon-carbon single bond length. Now consider bond angle. What is meant by bond angle? It is the angle between the orbitals containing the bond pairs of electrons around the central atom in a molecule or an ion. For example, consider water H2O. The central atom is oxygen and it has two bond pairs of electrons and two lone pairs of electrons. So the bond angle in water is found to be 104.5 degree. Bond angle helps in determining the shape of a molecule. Now what is meant by bond enthalpy? It is the energy required to break 1 mole of bonds of a particular type between two atoms. In the case of hydrogen, the bond enthalpy is 435.8 kilojoules per mole, which shows that this much amount of energy is required to break the bonds present in hydrogen molecule. Consider oxygen molecule. Here there is a double bond between two oxygen atoms, and to break 1 mole of bonds in the case of oxygen molecule, 498 kilojoules per mole of energy is required. Whereas in the case of nitrogen, where a triple bond is present between two nitrogen atoms, to break 1 mole of bonds in the case of nitrogen molecule, 946 kilojoules per mole of energy is required. So if the bond is a triple bond, more amount of energy will be required. Now what is meant by bond order? Bond order is the number of bonds present between atoms in a molecule. For example, consider chlorine molecule Cl2. A single bond is present between the two chlorine atoms. Therefore, the bond order is equal to 1. Now consider oxygen molecule O2. You know that there is a double bond between the two oxygen atoms. Therefore, the bond order is equal to 2. Now for isoelectronic species, that means for the species having the same number of electrons, the bond order will also be the same. For example, consider nitrogen N2 and carbon monoxide CO. These two are isoelectronic, and you know that a triple bond is present between two nitrogen atoms in nitrogen molecule. So what will be the bond order in carbon monoxide? It will also be 3.